this place? Hey, I don't want to be that guy, but I've already got some bad news. The sands that blow across the surface of this planet are somehow blocking my Zyton readings. That means you're going to have to find the last time crystal the old school way.
You are welcome, visitors. Enjoy the serenity and grace of our world.
I think it's the planet itself welcoming us. That's it. Keep doing that. I think it's working. Good old sun. It's the time crystal. Ah! I didn't think it'd be that easy. Right. I may have spoken too soon. Hey, at least it can't get any worse. I'm thinking we gotta go through those big doors. That's where you come in. Looks like that's it. Shh! Don't be too loud. Daleks can detect even the slightest sound. And we really need to get past this one and through that door. If you wander into its light or get too close, they'll attack like there's no tomorrow. And if you die, there may not be a tomorrow. Oh, what? That's a Dalek.
Intruder detected! Identify yourself!
Oh, what? That's a Dalek. I thought this place was meant to be serene and peaceful. Shh! Don't be too loud. Daleks can detect even the slightest sound. And we really need to get past this one and through that door. If you wander into its light or get too close, they'll attack like there's no tomorrow. And if you die, there may not be a tomorrow.
Scanning! The scanning intruder detected! Identify yourself! Sensors
That's a Dalek. I thought this place was meant to be serene and peaceful.
Scanning for the intruder.
Shh! Don't be too loud. Daleks can detect even the slightest sound. And we really need to get past this one and through that door.
The object has been scanned, assessed, and is understood. The object has been scanned, assessed, and is understood. Scanning! Scanning!
To distract it somehow. That was a close one. Okay, I've tapped into the TARDIS database. And you know I said things couldn't get any worse? Yeah, well, I was wrong. Remember that time glitch? Well, now we're in a future where the Daleks invaded the planet. They're trying to work out how to harness the power of the time crystals. The more immediate problem, I'm picking up signals from a bunch of Daleks, all pretty close to where we are now. I'm getting...
Dalek command reports that Earth has fallen. Our empire stretches from Skaro to New Spyridon. We must reign supreme. The Dalek Empire must be universal. The new power source will unlock total dominion for the Daleks.
Ah! Another one! Let's do this same as before, okay? Slow and stealthy.
Of the Daleks. To the enemies of the Daleks. Possible intruder detected. Identify yourself. Security sensors have locked onto unidentified object. Security sensors have locked onto unidentified object.
How many of these things are there?
Dalek command reports there are intruders in the temple. Any unauthorized presence will be destroyed.
We need to get that door open.
Patrols in progress. All rebels will be located and executed. Unsanctioned activity in temple. Investigate! Investigate!
Wow. That was intense. Can you imagine what it's like to be the Doctor and do this kind of stuff all the time? For me personally, I'll take the TARDIS database over killer aliens any day of the week. I don't think these ones are occupied, so to speak. You're not thinking what I'm thinking, are you? We need to reach that time crystal, but it looks like this is a dead end. We've got to return to the stone dais before the Daleks get their hands on it. Well, I say hands. Maybe we could hop in and take a ride inside a Dalek. It'd be the perfect disguise. The perfect, highly weaponized, fully armored disguise. How are there so many of them here? Use your sonic on the Dalek casing in the corner. Ha! Great minds really do think alike. Okay, I'm gonna control the movement because I'm pretty sure I'm a better driver than you. You take care of the shooty bits. And just so you don't freak, I've altered the power setting on the weaponry you'll be using. When you blast a Dalek, you're only taking out its casing. You're not actually killing the creature inside. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's do this.
The intruder must be eliminated!
Get us through those doors. There's plenty more target practice coming up. Blast us through those doors! Watch out for that drone!
Has suffered catastrophic damage. I have failed. I have. Status immobilized. The Daleks will take vengeance for your brutality.
Modular power-up. Destroy it, and your hand cannon will rise to power levels over 9,000.
Systems impaired. I have been rendered inoperative.
Overheat if you shoot for too long, so be careful.
destruction is assured. Massive damage sustained. Dead. Malfunction.
Multiple Daleks incoming!
This blasphemy must be punished. You dare to attack a Dalek? Your systems impaired. The human is an effective warrior and must be destroyed.
Drones! Initiated! I can sense the time crystal. We're almost there. The final crystal is in there. Blast that dais and get us out of here! Come on, we're so close! Dig deep and let's do this! We need to disable it. Shoot those power nodules! It'll leave the dais exposed. They'll recharge after a few seconds. Come on, we're so close. Dig deep and let's do this. We need to disable it. Shoot those power nodules! It'll leave the dais exposed. It'll give us a brief window to destroy the dais. Hurry though, they'll recharge after a few seconds. Come on. Whoa. Our Dalek casing. It's gone. Oh man. I was starting to feel at home in there. There must be a way to activate this stone dais. What? What's it doing here? We've got to go in and see what's happening. What the? What's going on? The TARDIS has been destroyed. We're too late. She's wiped out reality. Okay, we're in the inner temple of the First, and here she is. Don't try anything rash. She's unbelievably powerful.
Unbelievably powerful. You say it like it was a bad thing. Power, in the right hands, can be beautiful. And you don't have to worry about my omnipotence. After all, Mother knows best. I only wanted what was best for my children. Would you hold that against me? Could you hold that against any parent? The only difference is, I have the power to make my resolve become reality. I will give you a second chance. I will give all living creatures rebirth. And before that rebirth, I ask for only one thing: your death. Universal annihilation in exchange for a brighter tomorrow.
Wow. Talk about tough love.
I love you all. Good night.
I'm gonna need your help more than ever now, because the universe is hanging by a thread. The reality virus has deleted the TARDIS interior and wiped out almost everything. But hey, I love a good almost. And right now, that almost says to me, you can still do this. You can fight it. You can come back. Because this time round, I found out very quickly that sometimes all it really needs is a leap of faith.
In the land of the living, are you? The doctor filled me in. Turns out she didn't need the Zyton. But she did need you to visit all those places to collect the time crystals, because she knew the First was watching her, and by extension, watching you.
Those locations were the last things in the First's memory, and so they're virtually the last snatches of reality to be destroyed. I've hidden 3 items, one in each of 3 environments.
The doctor disguised the items, but all of them has something unique about their physical appearance. A clue that suggests they're bound up with the First in some way.
I'll explain later, but when they're placed together, they'll form a device powerful enough to deal with the First. I hope. Because the universe is so fractured, to reach a location that still exists, you just have to visualize it. That's what you've got to do now. I can't help you, because the voice you're hearing now is a simple psychic projection while I keep the First busy.
First, you must remember the office from the London Laundrette. Let your memories guide us to where we need to go now. I'm losing you.
Annual connections drifting. Can you still hear me?
Is there anything in there that looks familiar? Anything that stands out? Any markings? When you see it, great! And our neural connection is strengthening. Our optic connection is getting clearer. Start looking for the second piece. You got it. We need just one more piece, which means one more memory.
What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to interfere with my plans?
Ignore. Just find the third. You did it! We've got the final piece of the device. I'm gonna pull you back to the temple so we can put the 3 pieces together. We're back. Oh, what happened? The objects, they're here, but what do we do now?
You're too late. Don't you see that? I'm redeeming my children, giving you all a second chance. Why would you fight against that? Happy Mother's Day.
I think we need some help. Doctor, What now?
My lot, my people, they reckoned the first might make it here someday, so they created a device powerful and ingenious enough to send her back to her beginning. It was too dangerous to leave lying about. So I split it into 3 and hid it. I knew the first had been watching me, so I needed you to make sure those locations were amongst the last to exist, and that you could get back to them. That was crucial. You had to know them really well. I've appealed to the first to let us continue to live our lives, offered her a truce. She refused. So now you have to send her back to the genesis of time using the device you've assembled. You've hardly any time left.
I know what you've got to do. You've got to sonic the device.
You did it! You...
Think of me kindly when I'm gone. When you see a sunset or flowers, remember my love for you. I only wanted what was best for my children. For you.
Well, I don't want you to get too big for your boots, but guess what? I reckon you just saved the universe. The First's been flung back to the beginning of time, but she's not dead. Without her, the virus ceased to exist and reality has snapped back into place. But because the First lives, she's effectively in a time loop. She will try time and time again to unleash the virus and wipe out all of sentient creation. Her threat will recur over and over. She will always return, which is why you must always be there to stop her. I'm taking you back to where it all started. The little laundrette in London. I'm sorry I misled you. I had to. I let the First kidnap me, and I had to let her think I was done for. I knew she might intercept some messages and knew she wouldn't be worried about you collecting Zyton. Why would she? She thought she was invincible. But all the time I was working with you. I only work with the best, and I knew you fitted the bill. I always know. And before you go, one more thing. Emma, I've downloaded her consciousness into a synthetic person. Someone you might recognise. Away from all this, she's living a happy life because of everything you did. And she is so grateful. We've landed. The TARDIS has brought us home. Recognise this place? Go on. Take a look. You're gonna have to do it all over again to save the universe, and steady. You'll feel disorientated for a second or two. That's because we've shorted out the time differential, but you'll be okay in a tick. Right, this is goodbye. For now, just 2 more things. 1, thank you. Really, thank you for everything. And 2, you remember Emma told you she'd always be your friend?
Well, that makes 2 of us.